In emoji ban news. All right, this is a very important topic. Submitted by Demonic Hamster. Oof, I feel you. Facebook and Instagram are banning the sexual use of emojis. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What else?
You can't do
what
eggplants.
What else would you do?
My account is going to just be destroyed after this.
Can you use the Eiffel Tower?
That's so far away.
Find some other thing.
Yeah, like whatever they take away, you can always find something foul.
Something else. Yeah. So here's like the peach and the eggplant emoji. This is
Their fault for making
As
it
a
sexy.
Georgia girl, you
can't do that.
And the peach stands for a butt, not a vagina. So, or is it a vagina?
It's a vagina.
I always thought it was a butt.
Oh shit! I thought it was a butt.
I thought it was a butt too.
I think it's a butt.
I thought it's for anal lovers.
Yeah, so that looks homophobic that they're banning those.
All right, so this is what their policy reads. It says sexual solicitation. As noted in Section 8 of our community standards, sexual exploitations of adults, people use Facebook to discuss, draw attention to sexual violence and exploitation. We recognize the importance of and want to allow for this discussion. We draw the line, however, when content facilitates, encourages, or coordinates sexual encounters between adults. We also restrict sexually explicit language that may lead to solicitation because some audiences within our global community may be sensitive to this type of content and may impede the ability for people to connect with their friends and the broader community. And I read all that with this happening. I'm so proud of myself.
Well, Syd's doing.
It looked legit. It looked.
No, Syd's doing a bit about how silly sign language looks, which I like. I think.
That was the only nice thing you said to me all day. It's because it was the last thing you made you look so bad right now.
What? No, for surely not. Surely
You said
not.
you're dissing the sign language.
I'm not dissing.
No, that's not what I said. I said she did a great bit about it, about how sign language
No,
looks very
it's funny.
silly.
Sign language, I love sign language.
Me
It,
too.
it makes me so happy when I see sign language.
I thought you were translating for deaf perverts.
There you go.
Listen, you don't need to knock my demo, okay?
I wasn't trying to.
All right? Like, they are,
Deaf perverts.
Sometimes I pull up those sign language videos on YouTube and I just sit there and laugh.
you know what? My comedy is universal. It's translated into lots of different mediums.
Agreed.
Mainly Pornhub, but yeah.
They're getting rid of these emojis.
So now they're saying that if you use emojis in a sexual manner that's like sexually soliciting, then that's banned. So you would
Banned where? Like, who's gonna enforce that?
even in DMs. They're saying
So
like
I can't send an eggplant.
Like a police
in DM
officer
right
is
now?
gonna be like, use this emoji.
Or maybe the
no,
post
no,
might
no.
get taken down? Or like,
yeah, no, so you're gonna get banned because you're going against their policy.
or your whole account will get banned.
What is a vegan chef
So it
going
says
to
that the
do?
user's account will get flagged or removed if you're doing this and you get caught, even in DMs.
Damn.
Stupid.
Yeah, why? Nobody needs this
Trying
rule.
to control our emojis.
I mean, I read why. Because they're trying to say that they
funny.
will restrict sexually explicit language that may lead to solicitation because some audiences within our global community may be sensitive to this type of content and it may impede the ability for people to connect with their friends and the broader community.
What about the word hey?
So boring.
Steve, your career is over, okay?
Why?
That's
Why?
it.
Why?
Because of this.
Because why?
This.
Why?
The emojis.
I don't use emojis. I
You
use
don't
them
have any
ironic.
emojis, do you?
No, I use this
He
one.
barely knows how to access DMs.
And then I use the prayer one.
It takes him a while.
Yeah, I don't even know.
All right, fine. That's a good thing to say when you're guilty, right? I don't know.
No, Sid. So how well do you know me, Sid?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're also saying that nude photos where emojis cover genitalia, butts, or female nipples are also not formally allowed.
Is it on Instagram?
Both Instagram and Facebook because they're owned by the same company.
Boy, what a step back for free the nipple, dude. You can't even do free the nipple fucking emoji.
I know, with an emoji over it.
Yeah.
Can you still do a vaguely blurred thing like how Playboy does?
Playboy does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so stupid to me. You
Follow
have
their Instagram?
Do you know how many like creepy accounts that follow me and I'm like, how is this page even allowed to be on? I'm sure it gets shut down at some point, but it's not like they're like that fast at like finding everything, you know?
Yeah. I guess it could get reported.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Gosh,
Dude,
I
so
have
the
to-
word hey, right? Who doesn't use the word hey as like a sexually, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, hey girl.
No, they did say being horny now qualifies as sexual solicitation. So if you post
you
about
are.
Austin Powers,
You're kidding.
then it's gonna get taken down. You're gonna get flagged.
This is why everyone's going to TikTok.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is so
true.
stupid. I mean, they already made a gun into a water gun, like, and I don't even think you're allowed to use a water gun
Are you saying you
anymore.
can still be horny on TikTok?
I'm assuming since there's not as many people caring, you
Beautiful.
can. Until they take that from us too, just like YouTube takes away cursing and all this other shit.
Yep.
No, it's like feeling more and more constricted. Like I'm just like I can't breathe.
What happened to freedom of speech? It should be freedom of emojis too.
Yeah, that's part of our speech now.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's emojis in sign language, Sid?
Which
I
one?
bet it's hilarious.
The eggplant. What's the
Are
eggplant?
Oppressed.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What about the peach?
Strong.
Oh, wow.
I can't do the whole thing because it takes a lot of energy to stand up. But
I get it.
That's usually what it looks like.
I see.
Yeah.
I heard that the deaf community is pretty pissed about Peach being
Shut
that much
it.
energy.
I love the deaf community. Please don't be mad at me.
Sid, this is why you're the best. This is exactly because you're afraid of getting burned down by the deaf community because of me doing shtick. Oh, that's why you're the best, Sid.
People love to hate on me.
No, I know, but they're dumb for it. They're dumb for it. I will say.
I think this is how you say my name in sign language. I could be completely. No, it's this. Sorry, that's S. Y.
The
And
shocker?
then, no. This is A, B, C.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember.
Is this Sid or Wilder?
That just looks like. Actually, that looks
Oh
like.
my god.
Sid Wilder?
That is actually how you do it. Yeah, it's like a gang sign.
Cool.
Yeah. I learned what that was at the Playboy Mansion from this guy who was like a famous jazz musician, and he was so creepy. He always tried to untie my bikini strings.
Ew.
Yeah, every time he would walk by, his name was like Ray
Ew.
something,
Ray
and like he was
Charles?
a big no, he was not. Yeah, it was like a big band guy, like Ray Anthony or something. My grandma like idolized him. I was like, if you
He was like, is he old?
oh my gosh, yeah. And every time he would walk by, my bottoms would like come off. He was like a shyster, and he'd do that like all the time. And I was like, what does that mean? Because I was like 19. I didn't know what that meant.
I don't think you need to know.
No, that was like 2000 whatever 9. That was
I
like a
don't
long-
think you need to know sign language to get the message there.
Don't you expect that at the Playboy Mansion?
Not in Fun in the Sun, because it's mainly
Fun in the Sun
girls.
is like there's like a really short list of girls that go. My friend Jamie used to go all the time.
oh, fun.
Yeah. In the Sun.
Yeah.
Wait,
when
so
it
what
was.
Oh, it's like the girls that like are more friends with Hugh, or like they're on like a short list. So they go in the daytime. Like most of the parties are at nighttime. But on Sundays they have Fun in the Sun, which is like the short list of girls get to go and like play with the pool, and it's all girls. It's like at the parties is where the skeezy guys are, but at Fun in the Sun it's like just friends with girlfriends.
Yeah.
It's like the girls who are fucking you and then the girls who might get to fuck you.
No, it's like, yeah, well that, and then also just like friends of the girls that are fucking.
Oh,
you.
that's
Yeah, God bless you.
you.
When I was there, he was with the twins, so they were like locked in on him because they're like, no one's gonna get him. I was like, I didn't want him to begin with. And then it's just like his very close circle
Yeah.
of elderly friends. And his like brother who's, that's so crazy to think both of them are dead. Whoa. And we did that together with our clothes on.
Yeah.
Did they think that you guys were really trying to fuck you?
I never, no. You know what's so cool about him? He never said anything inappropriate to me ever. Like, I was never his type because I was like brunette and like too curvy. It wasn't like, he liked the blonde like sort of
Yes,
thing.
for
So it was
sure.
like, I was safe. But he was so gracious in always taking pictures because that's kind of like an awkward thing to like ask for a picture or whatever before selfies were even like a thing. So I thought that was really cool that they always like took pictures and they were always like, he had like a photographer to like give you the pictures. So I was like, that was really nice. Even though it was a really awkward environment to be in and the girls were so bitchy to each other.
Did you know anybody that had sex with you?
Oh yeah.
And is it true what they say that he just kind of laid there and then they just
The man
like,
is
got on
dead.
top
Let
of
him rest.
No, come on, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's dead. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
You could read. I read Holly's book, her whole book, and then I had to throw it away because it was just so petty.
It was so petty and dirty, right?
And she was my favorite one from that show.
Was she really?
Yeah.
Did she say that they all got on board and wrote it?
That he wouldn't finish it, with them. That he would go masturbate to finish and stuff.
Oh.
And he doesn't like wearing condoms and he likes to like make sure the girls are feeling good,
What does that mean?
Well, they have movie night.
Yeah,
and
yeah, like-
and so they'd watch an old movie all in bed together, and then Yeah.
And it smelled up there. I never did the movie night thing. I just did the fun in the sun and then the parties. And then they just got like worse and worse and worse. And I stopped going. Yeah. I was like, ew.
Same.
Yeah, right? You were a cute little Halloween one.
Oh, thank you.
Weren't you? Isn't that when you went to the Playboy Mansion?
I went like every weekend for one summer. But yeah, there was multiple Halloween parties. And then
What's the scuzziest thing that happened there?
I told
To you?
you, I've said it on here before
Okay.
that Too Short tried to finger me like
What?
through
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, we were taking a picture with him and and he like while the picture is being taken, he like tries to finger me.
Ew.
And I was like, ew, and like I went away. But this was like before Me Too movement, so I like didn't know. I was just like,
Wait, so you have a photo of him doing this?
Yeah.
You still have it?
Yeah, I posted on Instagram before. And I like talked about it in
Did
the
he
caption.
get his fingers in there?
No, because I was wearing a bodysuit. So
Oh,
like I was
good call.
wearing So
Hot tip out there.
I was wearing like I was wearing a lot of layers. It was like tights, bodysuit, corset. Like it was a lot of layers to try to get through.
If you're ever taking a picture with Too Short, now you know.
Yeah, the bathrooms
Good
suck
at not
there.
getting like finger banged out of nowhere.
No wonder you hate fingering.
And I hate fingers, by the way.
Hates
Even if
fingers.
I like the person, like even if I'm married to the person, I don't like fingers.
Because it's too
I got
short.
cool fingers too. I got really dope fingers.
Those are too long.
They're pretty
I
cool.
always thought they were really nice.
Only like I never get to use
And that's a pity they never
And
go to
you're
good
very
use.
clean. I will
Thank
give
you,
you that.
thank you.
Because that's my number one thing is the fingernails. I don't like that.
Nope, keep it all clean. But
Were you
What a
starstruck
waste, huh?
there? Or did you ever meet someone that you were starstruck?
No, I never got starstruck ever. Like I worked at this cocktail bar that had like every A-list celebrity you could ever imagine. Like and I served them, and the only person I ever was like whoa about was Dave Chappelle because I did a lot of stand up and like he was in my top 3 comedians at that time, and it was like during that peak of.
Was he
that
1,
time.
2, or 3?
They were all the same.
I understand.
The top 3. It was like Kim, Nick Swartzen, and Louis C.K.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I have a story about that I've said, but I've said these stories before on JK News. So
I
go
don't
back and
know
watch
the
it.
Too Short one.
That one,
That
yeah.
was new to me.
That's new.